Hello friends and fellow percussion lovers and fans of Third Coast Percussions. My name is Liu Xu. I'm the designated artistic director in comedy for Third Coast Percussions. As you can see, Third Coast Percussion members are now in Hong Kong.
Victor, Sean, Peter, no.
They're all here. Besides filling the post now, we want to send all the support from Hong Kong. Let's do this.
TCP
F A Q.
Hi, this is David from Third Coast Percussion. Today we're going to be talking about how to practice the marimba when you're away from the instrument. I'm making this video today during the COVID-19 crisis of 2020, so there are lots of percussionists all over the world stuck at home without a marimba to practice on. But there are plenty of times when there's not a marimba around and you need to practice, so hopefully these tips will be helpful for you even once we're past this crisis. Before Third Coast Percussion goes on stage, there's almost never a marimba backstage for us to warm up on. So I've gotten used to warming up with snare drum exercises. They get my hands going and they get my brain warmed up and ready for the concert. I particularly like using the Vic First Chop-Outs because they feel just like playing with a normal drumstick, but they have a rubber tip so you can play them on any surface without damaging the surface you're playing on or making a bunch of noise that'll annoy everyone who's around you. The most important warm-up that I do is the first 13 lines of Stick Control by George Lawrence Stone. This book was written in 1935. I've been doing this warm-up for the past 20 years, and I find it's a great way to get myself focused and to get my hands warmed up. Hopefully you've all used stick control at some point. This is basically like the Ford Model T of snare drum exercises. It's just a bunch of notes in a row with a bunch of stickings underneath those notes. I use the exercises in stick control with entirely rebound strokes so that my hands start flowing right away. I don't personally stress out too much about having each of the stickings sound exactly even, although in general I'm going for a pretty even sound for each of the notes. I think there can also be subtle ways that the stickings sound slightly different one from the other, and personally I think that that's cool. The relaxed, rebounded strokes that you'll use in stick control are great for warming up your wrists for four-mallet playing, or really any other playing that you're going to do in a concert. Another set of snare drum exercises that I use all the time, which help me warm up not only my hands but also my brain, is variations on a triplet grid. This is a set of exercises I learned way back in high school when I was marching snare drum. I never marched in a competitive drum corps, and it's been quite a while since I formally studied rudimental drumming, but I still find these exercises incredibly helpful, and I'm so glad that I have a marching background because my percussion technique on all the instruments is rooted in the strength and details that I learned through marching percussion. Also, because it's been such a long time since I studied this stuff, I hope everyone forgives me if my terminology is a little bit wrong here. I promise I'm doing my best. I start with an exercise that is a 4-2-1 triplet accent grid, moving the accent. Here's what the exercise looks like, and here's what it sounds like. I always play these exercises starting both on the right hand and starting on the left hand. I'm right-handed, so starting on the left hand is a little bit less comfortable for me, and it's great practice. After playing the basic form of the exercise, there are a million different variations that you can do. For instance, you can play a flam on each of the accents, making this a 4-2-1 triplet grid with accented flams, moving the accented flams. can also play a 4-2-1 triplet grid with accented flams, moving just the accent, but keeping the flams on the downbeats. Remember to start on the right hand and play the whole exercise, and then start on the left hand and play the whole exercise. Now this is when I can really feel these exercises starting to warm my brain up as well as my hands. Before a show, I'll do as many variations as I can think of over the course of about 15 or 20 minutes. I also try to focus on every detail of these while I'm doing my warm-up. So for instance, I'll make sure all my stick heights are consistent. I'll make sure my hands are staying very relaxed. I'll make sure that all the flams are sounding exactly the same, etc. This hyper focus on detail also really warms my brain up and prepares me for the level of detail I need to bring to any instrument I'm going to play on any third coast percussion concert. That's all for now. I hope these exercises are helpful for you whenever you need to warm up or practice away from a marimba. Leave a comment below with how you like to warm up away from the instrument, and let us know any other topics that you'd like us to cover in future videos. And be sure to like, subscribe, and click the little bell for notifications for future videos from Third Coast Percussion. Thanks for watching.
어깨 지금